Yeah, so commonly when risk is brought to upper management, you have to balance out whether the sky is falling and it's a really huge issue that needs to be remediated or fixed immediately, or is this something that really might be a high risk but of a low value, and so maybe there's a time to plan for that, maybe there's resources for it, maybe there's not, maybe it's a risk that's acceptable. So trying to understand the difference between something when truly sky is falling and the company is at risk and you have to do something, devote resources to it immediately, versus something that is a risk that you can accept. Because in the reality is you can't cover 100% of risk. You're trying to mitigate that risk as best as possible, and so sometimes that's extremely difficult to communicate. And so seeing a chart like this where you can see it visually very quickly, these are very complex matters, and so trying to, especially for management, to get a sense of what the risk is and what effect it could have on your business is of huge value, and sometimes that's very difficult to communicate.
So, enterprise risk management is an interesting challenge within a large organization. As the head of enterprise risk management of Vivid Smart Home, one of the biggest challenges would be able to accumulate and aggregate specific risk information around the organization and put it in a very readable, understandable format so that the executive staff could make educated decisions. And as a leader of that function, I had to work with various functions across the business, and it was extremely time consuming, a very laborious task every single quarter. And so having a tool like this is extremely advantageous for the executive team. And being able to represent that information in a very intuitive, understandable format makes it very quick and efficient, so you're not wasting the executive's time, as well as puts things into perspective and simplifies it down to the level that they actually want to read it.